Hello everyone, my name is Luke, aka Mr. Rage, and welcome back to another one of my discussion slash rant videos. Because in today's video, I am going to be talking about a group of people that I just cannot stand and hate with every single fiber in my body. Because today, if you can already tell from the title, we are going to be talking about animal abusers and animal abuse in general. So without further ado, let's get straight into the topic of today's discussion video. Now, there are two types of animal abusers that I want to talk about. Actually, three. The last type are actually called zoophiles, but really it's called bestiality. I would like to call it pure disgusting and heinous, but I guess whatever society, whatever names they come up for these sick and twisted monsters that pollute society. So whatever. Bestiality, zoophilia, whatever you want to call it. These people are also animal abusers, by the way. And they are actually just as disgusting, if not worse, than the other two animal abusers that we're about to talk about in this video. So stay tuned for that. Now, let's talk about the first two type of animal abusers. You have the first animal abuser that just abuses animals because they are amused by it, which is already horrible. And then you have the second one, the ones who have pets like dogs and cats, but can't seem to control their anger and let their anger out on these animals when they get upset. Like children almost. You know, it's very, very immature, letting your anger control you to the point where you can actually hurt your own pet, like a dog, a cat, or whatever. So let's talk about the first type of animal abuser. These fucking people are awful. They are awful in every single way possible, because these type of animal abusers, they don't just abuse dogs and cats. These people have some kind of mental disorder. I mean, I would call it a mental disorder because I guess these days mental illness is the only thing I can really come up with for why someone would want to do something so horrible. Either it's mental illness or it's some type of psychopathy, maybe. Psychopathy, or maybe just being completely fucking deranged. I don't know, because these people enjoy hurting animals. It's not just the fact that they have to, or because they have a pet and they just don't know what they're doing and they hurt their pet because they got angry at them, like number two. Okay, that's number two. No. Number one is these type of animal abusers who are different. They are different from number two. Number one, these people are different because they are amused by the fact that they can hurt animals. That's why they hurt animals in the first place. I mean, the thing about these people is they will sometimes even go to zoos late at night when, you know, no one's watching or when the security is not paying attention, and they will actually try and hurt the animals in the zoo. I've heard this before. I haven't seen it. If I did see it, I'd probably go in jail for hurting someone, but I have seen it before. I've read a lot of stuff online. These people disgust me. These people make me sad for society because these people are complete fucking degenerates and psychopaths. They're sadists for the most part, because not only will they hurt these poor little innocent animals, they will sometimes even go as far as to capturing them and then torturing them, which is just even more horrifying. And you see, the thing about these people is if they can do that to another living, breathing creature like an animal, then I would not be too surprised if they could eventually do it to another person. Because think about it, hurting an animal is horrible, not just because of the fact that you're hurting an animal, but you're hurting another living, breathing creature. And it's even more sad because most of the time, these sick and twisted motherfuckers will hurt animals that can't even defend themselves. You'll see them going for either small animals or animals that are incapable of defending themselves. You know, just animals that are easy for them to hurt and torture or do whatever the hell else they want with them. And that just makes it so much more fucked up. But like I was saying, if they can hurt and torture these small little animals for their own twisted amusement, then they can very easily do it to a human being if they were given the chance, because these people are psychotic. They are deranged because, like I said, they are amused by the suffering of another living, breathing creature. It doesn't matter if it's an animal. Being an animal just makes it sad, but the reason why these people are so heinous and twisted is not just because of the fact that they hurt defenseless animals, but it's also because of the fact these people would definitely hurt other people if they were given the chance. Because, again, like I said, these people are sadists. They enjoy the pain and suffering of another living, breathing creature. That's why they're amused when they hurt animals. And one thing I wanna say, because I know that there are some hunters out there who may watch my channel. If you hunt and kill animals like for fun, I don't agree with that either, but I would rather have you just straight up killing them instead of just hurting and torturing them like these sick and twisted fucks that I'm talking about right now. And what's even more worse about these people is sometimes these people will actually go and adopt animals. They will adopt animals, they'll bring them home, and then they will torture them. They'll hurt them, torture them, do whatever horrible thing they want to do to them, and they're amused by it. It fills their heads up with more dopamine than a college kid overdosing on Adderall. And it is so fucked up how someone can get so much amusement out of hurting another little animal, another living creature, I mean. Because like I said, these people, they will target smaller animals, or they will go after animals that can't defend themselves, because not every animal can even really defend themselves, especially against a human being, because obviously we're stronger than most animals. But you'll never see them try and do that to a monkey or a gorilla or something like that, or a fucking crocodile, because, then they'll probably get their arm fucking chopped off. But the thing about these people is they choose weaker or more defenseless animals, so that way it's easier for them to hurt them and torture them. So, number one, these people, they deserve to burn in hell. They deserve to be in a cold place in hell where they can suffer just as much as they made those poor little animals suffer. They are hateful, psychotic, and twisted individuals that need a lot of help. And honestly, I think they're probably beyond help, because doing what they do so willingly and to even enjoy it so much, I think they're beyond help. Torturing animals is a horrible fucking thing to do, and I would not be surprised if most serial killers were probably animal torturers before that. Anyways, now let's get to number two. Now, these type of animal abusers, I could kind of understand why they do what they do, because these type of animal abusers, they have dogs and cats and, whatever else they may have, and sometimes they hurt their own pets, and sometimes they do it out of anger or frustration, things like that. But the thing that angers me about this is it's all about a dog's love. Yes, I'm more of a dog person, so you can call me kind of biased, but the thing is a dog's love it's so much more than what a human would give you. I know it may sound kind of pathetic, but hear me out. A person may love you, a person could love you, but a dog will literally die for you. That's how much a dog can love its owner, or just a person in general. A dog's love is just so much. I mean, dogs may not be as big as humans. They may not be the same size as us. They may be a bit smaller than us. They may not have the same brain or the same type of same type of brains that we have, I guess, but their love is just as big as ours. Their hearts, I mean. Dogs are they're some of the most loving animals on earth. So to have people hurt their own dogs because they got angry or something like that, or they got frustrated for whatever reason. I mean, the fact that these people would even hurt their own dogs or cats, because, cats are assholes, but cats are loving too, I guess. It doesn't matter. Like, hurting any animal for no good reason is bad to me, because I feel like it's a very hateful thing to do. Like, to me, it's just hateful to hurt an animal no matter what the circumstances are, especially if you don't have to. I mean, if we're talking about like a survival situation, like if you're being attacked by something, then by all means defend yourself. But hurting an animal for no good reason or for your own amusement, which is obviously just evil, literally. It's literally just evil. Yeah, I think that's a horrible thing to do. And another form of abuse that some dog owners will do is sometimes when they don't want their dogs anymore, they will take their dog, put them in a car, they will drive somewhere, and then they'll just kick their dog out on the sidewalk and just drive away. For any of you who have done such heinous things like I just said right there, fuck you. Just fuck you. That's all I'm going to say. You are a terrible person for doing something like that. Because that right there is also abuse. And it's actually a different kind of abuse called psychological abuse, because doing that to a dog can be very traumatizing for them. And it can be extremely painful for them. It's like it could put them in depression even, which is rightfully so. Because like I said, dogs love their owners so much. So doing something like that to a dog is just so fucking hateful and nasty, in my opinion. I mean, I can't stand these people. Like, I understand that these are other people like I am, but I guess call me one of those crazy animal lovers, because I think you're a piece of trash if you do those things to an animal. Especially if it's your own dog or your own cat or whatever, because people will abuse any animal these days. Like, people have different animals that they might abuse. I've even heard people who had like pet snakes and they would even abuse their pet snakes. I know that snakes are a bit much for people, but still, hurting animals for your own amusement or hurting animals because you got angry or something like that, it's very, very hateful to me. And you know, this is like goes a little off the topic, but I have the same exact opinion for child abusers. Child abusers and animal abusers are actually very, very similar. You've got just full-on evil parents who will hurt their own children because they are amused by it. And one thing that's extremely disturbing about child abusers is the ones who are amused by hurting their own children, they get much more amused than animal abusers do when they abuse animals. Because the thing about child abusers is they're abusing another human being, and they're abusing a child who can't fight back, obviously, and is also afraid, stuff like that. I mean, they enjoy the fear, I guess. I've heard a lot of stories, and these stories just make my skin crawl. Child abusers will abuse their children for amusement, or because they can, or because they're too angry to be sensible, or because, of course, clichely, they could be drunk. That's a bit of a cliche, but still, animal abusers and child abusers are very, very similar in nature. They're hateful people who do not deserve to have animals or children, because hateful people don't deserve having things like those in life, because that's what they do to them. Animal abusers hurt their animals. Child abusers do the exact same thing to their children. And a very wise person once said, every child deserves a good parent, but not every parent deserves a child. So there's another one. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is bestiality or zoophilia. Oh boy. This, like I said, this is another form of animal abuse, because the thing about bestiality is these are people who try and have sex with animals. I want to say something real quick. God, just talking about this fucking disgusts the shit out of me. I once read a comment from someone who was a zoophile, and he tried calling other people a bigot because apparently if you don't like zoophiles, it's the same thing as hating a gay person, because you're hating someone because of their own sexuality. Let me start by saying, fuck you and your disgusting sexuality, because zoophilia is not a goddamn sexuality. Because when it comes to us sexually, we are only supposed to have sexuality towards other people. Okay, our sexuality is not supposed to go beyond our species. Okay, that only applies to other humans. Okay, we don't have sexuality for fucking animals. Okay, that's only for our own goddamn species. Okay, so first of all, you don't even really have a sexuality, okay? You're a disgusting piece of shit. Okay, it's not a fucking sexuality. And then he tried saying that zoophiles can be put with the LGBTQ community. Don't you fucking dare, okay? Because that community already gets enough hate and discrimination. You put something like zoophilia or bestiality in LGBTQ, and they will get even more hate than they are already getting because of the fact that there's gays and trans in there. You put something like zoophiles in there, and then they will get even more hate. And I don't even think LGBTQ would want that crap inside of their community. Despite the fact that LGBTQ has gotten kind of toxic these past couple years, I don't even think they would want something like zoophiles in their community. Because zoophilia is disgusting, and I don't care what no one says. Bestiality is disgusting. Trying to fuck another animal, or just animals in general, that's fucking sick. Okay? And not only that, but I look at bestiality the same way I look at child predators. Because think about it. You look at child predators, and obviously the reason why they're predators is because they are trying to have sex with children. That's what they want to do. And the thing about children is children cannot give consent for that because of the fact that they're fucking children. Animals is a very similar thing because they're fucking animals. They can't say, oh yeah, daddy, come and fuck me. Come and have sex with me. They're fucking animals. They can't talk. They don't even know what sex with a human is. And it could be very traumatizing for them as well. Obviously, dogs aren't going to like that shit. A cat's not going to like that shit. How can you even have sex with a cat? Zoophiles are disgusting. Bestiality is disgusting. Trying to have sex with any animal is disgusting. Our sexuality only applies to us, other human beings, with our own species. Trying to fuck an animal is completely immoral and completely disgusting. Hell, I heard that some of these freaks even try and molest their own dog. That's fucking sick. If someone can actually willingly do that without having even a single amount of remorse for the horrible thing that they just done, then these people are just as bad as animal abusers number one, because it's very sadistic to do something like that to another living, breathing creature. So yeah, zoophiles are disgusting. They're awful people. I heard there's actually a Reddit community for these people. God, if there's more than 100 members in there, I'm going to be sick. I'm actually going to be fucking sick if there's more than 100 members in there. Because if there are that many zoophiles all in one place, oh God, I could all imagine them talking about how animals are so much attractive. They're so much more attractive than humans, and how sex with an animal is better than sex with a person. Oh, good God in heaven, Jesus Christ, fucking hell. Oh, I gotta stop talking about all these negative videos, man. This shit's actually starting to affect my own sanity. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you stuck by till the end, thank you so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next discussion video. Take care, y'all. Peace.